Have you ever gotten stuck in a huge rut in your life? Out of nowhere, you were doing things that you normally wouldn't do, reverting back to old bad habits, and just doing shit that you thought was behind you, but you're reverting back to your old self, doing negative things. Well, today I want to talk about how I actually fell into a rut the past 4 months on my self-discipline journey and how it's affected me and how you can avoid what I did, basically. So about 4 months ago, I achieved my dream of leaving my small town, and I went through a breakup and a bunch of other crazy shit going on, and essentially I went to Asia, I went to Vietnam, I went to Thailand, and I was there for a few months, and I thought that my life was going to transform in a very positive direction. But instead, it actually went the opposite way. Instead of becoming more disciplined, I actually became more undisciplined. I started breaking the rules that I had set out for myself. I started eating bad food. I started skipping workouts. And yeah, it sucks. That started a whole spiral. And then on top of that, I was sleeping with a bunch of women, which was very distracting, very draining of energy. On top of that, I started watching freaking Korn again. So I went from basically on this channel like maybe a year, 2 years ago, being extremely disciplined, no substances, no alcohol, no Korn, nothing like that. Feeling very motivated, achieved quite a bit of things, to basically now I'm kind of like, I don't want to say I'm back at square one, but since I got back to the US, I was saying oh, things are going to change when I get back to the US. I'm going to be so disciplined and undistracted. And the second I landed back, I made the mistake. I smoked weed literally the second I landed with one of my best friends, because I just wanted to smoke. It was like a form of rebellion. And then every day since I've been back, I fucking have smoked weed, right? When I used to have a bad weed addiction, which I'm not letting this fucking weed bullshit take control of me. No, sir. Also, smoking cigarettes. I fucking used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. I stopped smoking for a while, and a few years. And then the past 4 months, it's like I took up smoking again, because I was so stressed from everything, the chaos, that I just started smoking, right? And then even when I was in Asia, I did a little bit of drinking. Not too much, honestly. I'm not really bad with alcohol is not really addictive to me, to be honest, because I kind of don't like how it makes me feel. But yeah, guys, just went down the rabbit hole of bullshit, started doom scrolling again. I basically took all my good habits and just fucking threw them all out the window. Just went straight back to degenerate habits, back to a version of me that had existed some time ago before I got on self-improvement. So basically the whole self-improvement discipline just went straight out the fucking window, right? And so I guess what I'm trying to get at with this video is, obviously the universe, take it, you go through a rut, you go through a dry spell, maybe something happens to you. There could be a silver lining about it. Perhaps you're going through this thing. This is what I truly believe is, if you go through a rut, or you fall off on self-discipline, self-improvement, it's a lot of heroes or animes and shit. The hero goes through kind of a rut or whatever, they just not feeling good, and they have to find a new power within themselves to overcome the negative whatever rut that they're in. And I fully believe the same thing happens to us in real life. We go through shit, we fall back on bad habits, we start thinking negatively, and we fall back into those bad habits. And all it takes is just changing your actions from one day to the next. And I've set out a 90-day challenge to get back to my prime, back to my old self, there's a new version of me that's even better than my old self, even more disciplined, even more healthy, everything, uploading videos. So yeah, what does it feel like to be in a rut, by the way? If you never know how it feels, or let me remind you, I've been in a fog for months. I've literally been that's why I don't upload that much recently, because I've literally been in this fucking fog around me, this mental fog, or just chaos, where I just felt like I was in a fucking churning, you know what I'm talking about, churning through a cauldron, just life just churning me in and out and blah 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 and this and that, and there was just so much chaos, and my sleep schedule was all fucked up, and it was just there was this girl and that girl and blah blah blah. One girl came, another one left, and it's just so much. And then business too. My business did surprisingly well, by the way. I've never made this much. Meanwhile, I want to tell you guys something. I have never made so much money in my life until recently. My money just keeps going up. I'm making bank, right? And last month, my company cleared $40,000. We made $40,000 in 1 month. And I was like, holy shit, this is crazy, man. Damn, we're making bands. We're got consistent money coming in. We're making bank, and yeah, man, it's just crazy. The money's just stacking up, piling up, and we just been rolling with it. But at the same time, it's my money went up, but my discipline went down. I started fucking off. Like I said, watching Korn. I'm really disappointed in that one, because that was the first addiction that I broke, was quitting fapping and shit. And just to regress to that, even after, I don't even need Korn. I've had plenty of women, it's not difficult to get out there and go get some, but it's just the stimulation, I just get bored and I just look at it. So I'm documenting my whole journey to basically get completely disciplined again. But yeah, subscribe, follow the channel. Peace out.